Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be another reading from the healing series that I started. I think I'm actually going to change the name of it to closure series. So like giving you closure about things that are making you feel emotionally stuck, or like things that have caused you pain that you've never been able to quite get past. So like I said, I might nickname this or rename this the closure reading. And this reading is specifically about abandonment. I was going to do parental abandonment specifically, but then I was guided to do abandonment overall. So this could apply to a parent, this can apply to a sibling, this can apply to a romantic partner. So anyone who has made you feel particularly abandoned. Okay, so on the other person's side, this is your side and this is the other person's side. So on their side, the first card that came out is the Sagittarius card. So that's the energy that they're embodying. Doesn't mean they're a Sagittarius. I mean, it could mean that, but this is just their overall energy that they're embodying. So what that tells me is that the person who abandoned you is someone who, I'm hearing that they get bored easily, or it's almost like they're addicted to drama, or they're addicted to chaos, or they're the type of person who just doesn't like to get attached. And like I said, this can apply to a parent too. So this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend or a sibling as well. But this is a person who doesn't like to be attached. So what I'm getting is that they move on before things get too heavy, or right when things are getting heavy, it's like they check out. So I feel like in the beginning, things could be fine with this person, or when things are lighthearted, it's fine, you know, but the minute that things get heavy, which, you know, that's going to happen in a relationship, in any connection of any sort, things are going to get heavy sometimes. There's going to be issues sometimes, and you should be able to lean on the person that you're dealing with, or your parent, or whoever this person is to you. You should be able to lean on them when times are rough, and it looks like they're the type of person that they're around for the good times, but when times get rough, they're gone and searching for the next thrill or searching for the next thing. I also feel like this person is quite immature. I feel like they don't have a lot of life experience, even if they are like a grown adult. It's possible that their childhood was cut short in some way, and so they never fully emotionally developed. But not only did they not emotionally develop, but it's almost like they're still living very childlike. You know how children are very like carefree, and they're always on the go, and they're so adventurous. There's nothing wrong with being like that, but I feel like this person is embodying that energy in a negative way. I'm hearing like their head is always on a swivel. Like if you can think of like a swivel chair, how it moves back and forth, that's the image that I'm getting in my head. It's like, their head is always on a swivel, meaning that they're always looking for the next best thing or the next best thrill. You know, this could be a cheater as well if this is a romantic partner. But yeah, I feel like this person's just kind of immature when it comes to how they approach emotions, and they're constantly looking for a new thrill. So on your end, you came up as the Scorpio card in the reverse. I'll show you it. Scorpio card came up, except it was in the reverse. So pretty much what this tells me is that you can still have a very strong energetic tie to this person. You could still feel very much connected to them. Excuse me, because it looks like the emotions for them runs extremely deep, and it's even deeper because of the abandonment. Like the rejection just kind of could have caused you to spiral or to go to a very dark place and become attached to them even more. You know, it's like sometimes when people abandon us, we dust ourselves off and we keep moving. But sometimes when we have an extremely strong bond with someone and they abandon us, we do the exact opposite. It's like we want to cling on to them even more. So you could have been obsessively thinking about this person, just replaying certain events in your mind, because they left a lot of things unsaid and they left a lot of things unfinished, is what I'm seeing. So it put you in a very dark place, and put you in a space where it was hard for you to detach because there was no closure. On their end, we have the Five of Swords and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So to me, what that tells me is that some of you could have gotten into an argument with this person before they abandoned you, before they left, or there could have been some sort of struggle. So with romantic, if this is a romantic partner, like I said, I feel like this could have been some sort of argument, or your relationship could have turned into a power struggle. You know how like you start off your relationship with good intentions, and it's like all of a sudden excuse me, it's like all of a sudden it turns into a power play. Like somebody does something to hurt the other, so then that other person is like, okay, well, I need to get the upper hand. And it's like I said, it turns into like this huge power play back and forth to the point where you forget that you're even in love with each other, because now it's all about who's getting the upper hand. When it comes to a parent, I feel like this parent would have been very like dominant, like very like a very my way or the highway type of energy. Could be narcissistic energy as well, because what I'm seeing is that this person could have enjoyed, like if this is a parent, this is someone who could have possibly enjoyed making people feel like this. Not just you, but this could be a parent, like I said, who is like on a power trip and they enjoy being the last man standing. So like I said, take it as it resonates. I hope I'm not confusing you by including parents and love interest in this. But like I said, it's ego. It's all about ego. It's all about power tripping. So I think this is the energy that took place before the abandonment. With the Ace of Pentacles being here as well, clarifying that card. To me, like I said, this is about someone or this person constantly trying to find something new, constantly wanting a new beginning. It's not a good thing. Like I hope I'm explaining well enough that this is not a positive thing, because wanting to start over, usually when you hear that, you know that that's a positive thing. So I don't want you to get confused and think, oh, they just want to start over, so it's fine. I think they want to start over because they have some sort of issues within themselves. So they constantly need something new to stimulate them. And like I said, they don't really care about who they hurt in the process, as long as they get their new beginning that they want. For some of you, this could be a small group of you. It could have been an argument about money, could have been an argument about finances in some way. But either way, this person just has to get the upper hand, which lets me know that they are wounded on the inside. They have to be. Because why would you enjoy making people feel defeated? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you enjoy that? Sometimes you can't avoid it. Like, sometimes you need to leave a situation and the other person will feel defeated. But a sane, emotionally healthy person wouldn't take joy in that or enjoy the fact that they have the upper hand. That usually is an occurrence when someone's broken on the inside and they have so much shame inside of them that they need to feel powerful in one way or another. So like I said, that's where this ego card comes in at. And it's not a shock that soon enough abandonment follows, because they need that thrill. Ugh, that's really, the energy is so off. Two of Pentacles and Two of Cups on your end. So with these two twos here on your side, this lets me know that you were constantly including this other person in your life, while they were constantly excluding you or just not giving you the attention or the love that you were giving them, like an imbalance. So whenever you, like, for example, I'm getting a very specific example of like when you go to the grocery store, you know their favorite food, right? So you'll pick up your groceries, but you'll also grab their favorite food to surprise them, you know, like, oh, I bought you your favorite chips or whatever, just to show that you care. I feel like they don't reciprocate that energy. Like, they're not going to go to the store and think about you and say, oh, I know this person likes these, so I'm going to buy it for them. They don't do that. It's like they can be all for self, is what I'm seeing. I also think that this person left you in a mindset where you had to constantly keep going back and forth with yourself about why things happened the way they did. And again, it's like, it's a power thing. I feel like this person abandons people or like stirs up this conflict and leaves because they know that they still have a hold on that other person by doing that. Because when you don't give someone closure, you know they're going to stay stuck on you. So if you really want to move forward, why would you just not give that person closure? See what I'm saying? I feel like if they didn't give you closure and they just abandoned you, then clearly it's like they wanted to keep that cord tied to you. I think that's more so for romantic partners though. With parents, it's a little different. It's similar energy, but it's a little different. If this is like a parent or a family member or something like that, the same message applies of you always trying to put them first, always trying to balance out your schedule with theirs. So for example, if you have younger siblings, this is a parent who doesn't take into consideration that you have homework to do or that you have to go to work. Like whenever they say babysit, you need to be there immediately to watch your younger siblings. They don't take into account other things that could be going on in your life but you take it into account when it comes to them. So for example, if you need money or something, it's like they're the last person that you'll ask because you don't want to burden them, but they have no problem burdening you if this is a parent who abandoned you. And it doesn't have to be physical abandonment. It can be emotional abandonment. They could still be present in your life, but they have emotionally checked out. You see what I'm saying? For some of you though, whose parent actually is gone, like physical abandonment from a parent, I feel like this parent, again, is still showing up as this energy of always being on the hunt for something new, but only because they're broken on the inside and they're looking for a distraction. They can't be stable, because if they're stable, then what? I mean, they're going to have to really face themselves, and they don't want to do this. I really hope this reading is not confusing you guys, because there's a lot of different scenarios going on here. So the control card is here, along with the silence card in reverse on your end. So with the control card and the silence card, I feel like what this is saying is that you're not able to move past this situation with this person because they made you feel powerless and they made you feel like you have no control. And that's not as simple as it sounds. Like when you feel like you don't have any control, that's like the equivalent of feeling like you don't have any safety. And as human beings, we need safety, both physically and emotionally. So if a person leaves you or abandons you like this and leaves you feeling out of control, it's natural that you're going to try to seek control by holding on to the connection even more tightly and kind of trying to figure out where things went wrong. Hold on one second. Oh gosh. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. But like I was saying, now the mic wants to mess up. But like I was saying, it's like this sense of not feeling safe. And I feel like that could be very triggering and very traumatizing to you, to not feel safe emotionally because of someone else's abandonment. The silence card is here in the reverse as well. So your mind is not at ease, your mind is not at rest, and that's why you can't, it's like you can't move past this because your mind is not at rest. And you're still trying to figure things out, and things are just playing over and over in your head in like a loop. But your intuition can't come through and guide you about how to get yourself out of this energy because of the pain. Like sometimes the pain and the negative thoughts and the trying to figure things out can be blocking out your intuition that is ultimately gonna kind of guide you on how to get out of this situation. So the turning card is here, the turning in card is here, and the thunderbolt card on their end. So with the turning in card being here, it looks like they, after this abandonment took place, did some soul searching. And the thunderbolt card being here means that they had to hit rock bottom first. So that could apply to a partner, that can apply to a parent that left. But it's like they don't start to realize the damage they're doing until they hit rock bottom. For some of you, this person did hit rock bottom after the abandonment, but for some of you, they're going to. Like it hasn't happened yet. I want to clarify your side. Yeah, I'm gonna use, we'll use this deck. Comparison, yeah. So also, I feel like the root of a lot of this pain, besides the abandonment, it's like there was an underlying wound of not feeling good enough within you. And I feel like this person really just like shows you that very, very clearly, if that makes sense. It's like you not feeling good enough is buried deep down inside of you, and this is the person who, through their actions, digs up that trauma or digs up those self-defeating thoughts about you. And I feel like if you are able to get past this, well, when you get past this, because you definitely are going to, you're going to come out the other side of this a brand new person. You're going to come out the other side of this someone who has a genuinely high sense of self-confidence or self-esteem. Hold on 1 second. Because there are a lot of people I mean, if you're on social media, you've seen this. There are a lot of people who walk around acting like they are confident and they have high self-esteem, but a lot of their confidence and high self-esteem is coming from the fact that they have a certain partner, or they have a certain car, or they get a certain amount of likes on social media. But it's like they're acting like they're confident in themselves, and they're not. They're just putting on a facade. It's all a facade, I mean, to mask the fact that they don't feel good enough on the inside. So you're gonna meet very few people who genuinely love themselves, and you now have the opportunity to become one of those people who genuinely loves themselves, and it's very few. And so you have the opportunity to turn this into something great for yourself, and it's definitely going to make you a stronger and more resilient person. And like I said, once you get to the other side of this, you're not going to have to worry about comparing yourself to other people. You're not going to feel like you're above anyone, but you're definitely not going to feel like you're beneath anyone either. So it's like this very balanced energy that you're going to step foot into when you heal from this experience of being abandoned. So I'm going to actually extend this, and I'm going to make this extended video free. I meant to make the last one, because the last video from this series, it was the first one that I posted, so I forgot to make it free. Like, I was just like, I need to make the first one free, and then completely forgot. So I'm going to make this one free. So I'll leave the link to the extended down below, and we'll dive further into this person's mindset and further into advice and clarity for you. So thank you for watching, and I will leave the link to the Vimeo extended video down below. Bye.